Well, I am becoming increasingly fearful that we're going to end up having an asylum seeker amnesty. The latest immigration and asylum figures landed today. We currently have 175,457 people waiting for an initial decision on an asylum application in the UK. That was at the end of June this year, up 44% from the end of June last year, and the highest figure since current records began back in 2010. It means the total cost of the asylum system has now reached £3.97 billion a year, up by £1.85 billion last year. And, of course, from £2.12 billion the year before that. And if we go far enough back, 2012, 2013, that total was at £500 million. But I think people are getting too bogged down with the fact that we don't have enough staff, allegedly, to process these asylum claims, or that they're taking too long to process them. I think it might be a distraction from the much bigger problem, which is that it appears nigh on impossible to actually reject an asylum claim. We can have somebody who appears to have entered this country illegally, who doesn't look that much like a child, but does claim to be, or who doesn't have any documents and can't prove that they're fleeing a war, can't prove that they're fleeing persecution, can't prove that they've been trafficked into Britain, and yet it seems very difficult to reject these claims. It is clearly almost impossible to process these people in a safe third country like Rwanda, and it is also clearly impossible to deport most of these people. When we consider that, and we look at those latest numbers about the cost of our asylum backlog rising at nearly £2 billion a year, the number of people increasing by nearly 45% year on year, and we look at the fact that it appears as though this is just going to keep on happening, how long is it before somebody properly comes out and just says it? Our only solution is to offer a full amnesty, let everybody here stay, let them work and pay tax, and we just start again. I see and hear a lot of good, hard-working, ordinary, salt-of-the-earth British people getting ground down by this, getting beaten into submission, getting primed and ready to just give up, roll over and succumb to an asylum seeker amnesty, which is literally just delayed open borders. That's what that is. But I would urge you to not give up, to not give in, because I think it is worth remembering something important. Around 87% of those who crossed the Channel in the last year are men, reportedly. And the vast majority have come from countries where it's fair to say that our norms, our values, our attitudes towards women, towards gay people, quite possibly our general way of life, are diametrically opposed. And a lot of people on the left right now might think that you're the baddie for wanting to push back on this. But wind the clock forward 10 or 15 years, see what happens, see what the reality is, and I think they may well realise that you were right.